Hello friends, my name is Vishnu Upadhyay. Today I am going to tell you about what is use effect. So by the definition, use effect is a React hook which is used to synchronize your component to the external browser or external system. So here the point is come, what is external system? Sometimes your component need to continuously interact it with a browser, like for when you are using API or when you are using any counter application. Like you at that time you use a set interval, set timeout for that. At that time your app is not directly controlled with the in the React. So for that you use a use effect for that control. So here I want to show you with the help of a code what is use effect and what is his syntax and how we can write it. So here you can see here I am using a code sandbox. Here I simply written a counter function, you can see here. And also I want to show you about his code. Here you can see here count, set count, use state. When I click on the count plus, it will increase. When I click on the minus, it will decrease. So this is the my whole counter application with the help of use state. So everyone know the use state is also you. So for the syntax of the use effect, you have to write just use effect, and you have to must to know about the import part. So import use effect from React. So the syntax is like a write a use effect and a callback function. After callback function, you can see here. This is the my use effect syntax. So use effect take two things. One is the function and second one is dependency. So here what is function? Suppose some component we write here or API, fetching API or set timeout, other thing. These are called the function. The dependency is which things I need to change whenever we render. Like I am showing here, I take a count and set count and use state 1. Now my counter is 1. I want to show you if I console the count inside the use effect. Suppose I want to check when the render happened. Okay, right. So I want, you can see here in my console also, it is showing render 1. At the browser update or anything we refresh the first time, it will automatically update it. After when I click on the plus, it will every time it is re-rendering, again rendering whenever I click on it. So as per the use effect definition, it will render the data when the our web page is changes. Every time whenever it is changes, it will render the data again and again. So here the question is, we need to update every component. So for that thing, the dependency part come. Which things I need to update or render it, it will go into the dependency. For dependency, we have to just write this. This is called dependency. And now if I again refresh it and try to show you what happened, what will your guess? It will render again and again or not? So if I click on plus, you can see here, it is not rendering again and again. Why? Because in dependency, we not provided anything to update, not dependent inside this. So if I want to give some dependent things, suppose I want to give count as a dependent thing. Now our use effect no, give count is dependent. So whenever the count changes, it will re-render it. Like you can see here, our count is changing, so it is re-rendering. If I take another thing like const data comma set data, and we are using a use state, and I take a empty. I want to change a count with the data. So I give a data as a dependency. So you can see here if I click on the count, it will not re-rendering. Why? Because I gave a data and the in our browser data is not showing or not changing anything. That's why it is not changing data. So these all the uses of use effect and the its dependency. Its dependency play important role. Which things you need to change, that thing must go into the dependency or rendering. So that's all about it for the use effect. Thank you very much.